Right, it's been a few days since the last dev stream where they showcased lots of cool stuff that I wanted to cover, but of course, I've gotten in the way and computer problems again, which I should not be having any more of for a while at least. Knock on wood. So yeah, armor stripping is getting a chunky buff from Veilbreaker onwards, at least from what was mentioned during the last dev stream by Pablo. To give you guys a bit of background info, armor stripping was, I believe, really the way to play, if you will, back before the status effects recent rework. These days, since corrosive got capped to 80%, you don't really see enemies getting completely stripped of armor in public missions. That sentence kinda sounded weird, but I wonder if YouTube's gonna flag me for mentioning the word strip throughout this video multiple times. Anyways, it's still possible to completely remove an enemy's armor and expose their juicy red health bar, but it's definitely not as convenient as it used to be. It also doesn't help that most Warframe abilities that do reduce or remove armor work off of calculations based on current remaining armor, meaning if you were to remove an enemy's armor by 50% from let's say 1000 to 500, the next time you try and use the same ability to remove armor further will apply that 50% reduction on the remaining 500 armor, meaning only 250 gets reduced. This goes on and on until you've removed enough armor for the game to run it off to 0, which in the example I just stated would probably be 11 or 12 times, I think. This is true for most Warframe abilities, except Oberon's Reckoning. That one works off of total enemy armor instead of current or remaining. So let's say an Oberon at X power strength will now strip 50% of an enemy's armor with Reckoning. Using that ability twice is all you'll need to completely remove armor from said enemy. And that, my friends, is the calculation model we'll see for most if not all frame abilities across the board that strip armor from Veilbreaker onwards. Of course, this only affects frame abilities that remove armor based on percentage calculation. Stuff like Mag's Polarize only applies a flat value for armor reduction, so obviously that's probably gonna stay the way it is. Pablo did mention in the stream that frames will be getting additional buffs to their armor reduction abilities, like Necros' Terrify going from 30% to 75% I think, and Oberon with his Reckoning ability being upgraded from 30% base armor reduction at max rank to 50%. And there's probably more buffs, but not much details on that just yet. I'm not sure how this is going to interact with status applied with weapons. For example, if you use Terrify on an enemy that's already inflicted with heat or corrosive, how would that play out? These are things that we'll just have to wait and see, and I'll probably cover it when Veilbreaker finally arrives. So how do you guys feel about armor stripping abilities getting buffed in this manner? Excited? Or do you think D's gonna have to tone it back down again in a month's time? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, there's always links in the description to Patreon and the Discord server. Feel free to check those out, along with the Super Thanks feature on YouTube if it's available where you live. Otherwise, I'd like to just thank you guys for watching this video. Have a good day.